Dr. Atash on Libido series. I'm Berk. We are continuing with our series on sexual desire, that is libido. We had prepared 2 videos. Now, in light of those videos and their information, we will try to learn about your partner's sexual desire or libido. By the way, what I'm explaining is not based on scientific data. It is mostly based on survey studies and experiences. It's open to discussion. Every day can be different. All of these can occur in one person at the same time. Let me say that again. Now, how can you tell if your partner has a spontaneous desire for transparency? You can tell in the following way. When you are not engaging in a sexual act or making a sexual advance, you should pay attention to what they are doing. So let's say you will have an average of 8 sexual encounters a month. You might wonder how many times they initiate when you never do. That's why it's very important for us to initiate sexual acts. If they never initiate sexual acts in any way, then it means your partner does not have a spontaneous desire. Of course, how do we understand whether it's low, moderate, or high? How often do they initiate? So, as I mentioned earlier, if they initiate 7 out of 8 encounters in a month while you haven't done anything, then yes, in that case, it indicates that there is indeed a strong spontaneous desire. We can understand it this way. Then, it indicates that there is indeed a strong spontaneous desire. We can understand it this way. There is also a reactive one. This can, of course, be easy, moderate, or difficult. They can give a sensory response. So it's like this, just kissing, hugging, touching, etc. They can respond to you in return. You start kissing. This suddenly turns into a sexual act. This is enough, for example. So if you can start with a kiss, it's simple. If more actions like frequent hugging and kissing are needed, it's hard. But if you need to do more things, like hugging, kissing, or doing other things in succession, doing them frequently, then we can say it's difficult. There is a contextual logic, so I added a bit of the logical part to this. Why? Because sometimes it happens like this. They are looking for the right time or the right environment and the right place to engage in a relationship. For example, having someone at home, even a guest, can disturb them and make them distance themselves from sexuality. The same thing applies to those who have children. They might want a more romantic setting, and so on. What I mean by logical is this. Today is our wedding anniversary, or the day we met, so we usually engage in a relationship today. Or when things are sweet, the relationship tends to be more frequent. It tends to happen more after a special night or during a fun time, and so on. So there can be a logical aspect to entering into a relationship. There's also a material aspect. Of course, this is not something we want too much. Here we can say that something corresponds to a gift. A gift can be a flower, it can be a big ring, a car, or it can be something else. It doesn't matter if it's small or big. If sexuality can be experienced as a reaction to an item, this can also be referred to as material. Of course, as I said, all of these can be together from the beginning. So you're engaging in a relationship 8 times a month, that must be initiating it. This kind of transparency that comes from within is rare, but in the other 7 cases, it could start due to emotional, environmental, or material reasons. It's complicated, but one of these definitely outweighs the others. So you can understand this to some extent, especially this material aspect is very important because nowadays these things have really become excessive. Once, while I was preparing this exact video, it happened on social media. There's a girl, or let's say a woman, who has approached a nice luxury car. She's standing there. A guy comes over. I just want to go for a walk. He says, there's no one here to show me around or something. The guy is rejecting the girl. Then when the guy gets into the car, the girl says, actually, I can show you around too. So this is a great example of a materialistic reactive sexual desire. Unfortunately, it's excessive. That's why there are marriages. It ends at a rate of 50% worldwide and in Turkey as well. This shouldn't be too much. Having a little bit of this or having it at a moderate level is usually enough. Of course, when social, religious and cultural values are added to all of this, things can become much more open to debate. But you can somewhat understand your partner's type of sexual desire this way. Thank you